Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. We are now going to do binge-worthy. No, we're doing Pop Culture Countdown.
Who let you in here tonight? Have
awful.
you had caffeine?
No, they're getting
I have
me some.
no idea
All right, you need
why
more
you
coffee.
do this.
We are doing Pop Culture Countdown, and tonight we are going to boil it down to the top 3 Bill Murray movies. This might be the hardest job we've had yet.
There might be blood.
There might be blood.
There will be
blood. He's not in that. No, that's
know.
There Will Be Blood. I'm going to put my straw in your milkshake and suck it up from over there.
Imagine him doing that
was a
role.
very
That would
nice
be fantastic.
impression.
If you played Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yes, that would be great
What?
if he played the Daniel Day-Lewis role.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
All right, can we talk
Or
about
if he
Bill
played
Murray?
Javier Bardem.
He can play anybody.
He could. Did you turn?
Okay,
Oh my
get
God.
your oar out of my boat, man.
Hey, just
can't
for all
hear
of you aspiring podcasters
It's
out
because
there,
this thing
these
is too
two
long.
can run a company, so we're in
Yeah,
shape,
look
so-
out. All right, let's do this thing.
Oh my God!
Thank God.
Hey.
Okay.
She's in the movie. She's in the short person movie.
She's in the short person movie. We're going to remake.
Okay, I would like to say earlier you said I had left the room. I was just standing. Okay, I'm short. I was just standing.
You can
over
see
there.
her behind the
No,
chair.
underneath the table, her head didn't go above it. So,
What did
hey,
Dr. Evil say about you? We got to put a freaking bell on her.
Yes.
So
put a frickin'
let's
bell
get
on
into
her.
this thing. We're going to do our top 5 each, and then we're going to
Okay.
boil it down like we normally do and figure out
Well,
what the
we go
top
one
3
at a
are.
time, though.
One at a time. So
yes.
let's introduce ourselves on that
Great.
end.
My name is Chris Mao. I'm co-owner of Blue Box Cafe.
And
My name is Alil Kanitsa, and I do a podcast called the League of Geeks Podcast, the Enough Said Podcast, This Week in Geek Podcast, and a lot of others.
Sports Geeks.
Show off.
Sports Geeks Podcast, I can't remember.
Horror
You?
Geeks.
Horror Geeks
I'm
Cover.
Martha Southgate. I'm co-owner of Southgate Media Group. And
think
I
we
do
are.
too many podcasts to name.
We're good.
I'm not, I don't think.
And I'm Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group, and I
Why'd you
host
point at me
a
when you
lot
said
of stuff.
co-owner?
Well, because you're a co-owner with me.
Coroner.
You're a corner.
We had a little technical
After this-
issue there. We had to make
after
sure we were
tonight,
still
you might
on
be the
camera.
I
corner.
might be.
So, all right,
And Edward's sitting in.
who's going to
No,
start?
Edward is not invited. Okay, no puppet Edward.
Edward can't watch these movies.
Sorry, Edward.
Murray
He
movies.
couldn't watch Stripes.
He doesn't watch ones that are before 2000.
he in Kindergarten Cop?
I got to see
Did he watch Jingle All the Way?
Spock. Or
Fantastic Mr. Spock. What?
Fox. Oh my.
What
you
is
are
he?
horrible.
Oh my gosh,
That would be
we're all
a great.
going so
That would be a
horribly
better
wrong.
movie than Fantastic,
Fantastic
Mr.
Mr.
Spock.
Spock.
I
Would
think
be
we need
awesome.
to write that.
Yes,
Oh
and
my
we're going
gosh.
to cast all little people in it. That would be amazing.
Okay, now you just took it. You
People
took
are
it
like
to.
turning off and sending hate.
All
mail.
right.
We're gonna be
You
so
crossed the line
protested. It's
now.
gonna be awesome.
Okay, who's going first?
I can't believe all I've said tonight, not one boo from
Oh, I
that.
booed you. I
Oh,
booed you.
internally,
Okay.
yes.
Let's let Chris go first.
No. You guys
Chris
go.
always
I
goes
always go
first.
first. You
All
guys
right,
go.
I'll go first.
He's
Go.
so spoiled.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, not on my
now, we're not
list.
doing it in particular order. We're just throwing out,
just throwing it out.
our top 5s. Ghostbusters.
Rich, it's not on my
Hey,
list.
is
Don't
it-
diss me, man.
Is it-
Go-
is that the
Ghostbusters is
Marvel?
not on your list.
Ghostbusters did not even come close to making my list.
Really?
But it's Bill Murray movies.
Turn
and he
off-
did
turn off your
way
mic.
better
Just
than
turn it off.
Ghostbusters.
But you know what?
You're
I
not
think
turning off.
his
sorry.
performance in that is like the quintessential early Bill
No,
Murray.
Caddyshack is the quintessential early Bill Murray.
I would say
Nope.
that Stripes is a quintessential early Bill.
Yeah, or that, yeah. I would go with either of those.
But I'm gonna say Ghostbusters is on my list.
Yeah, Ghostbusters is definitely
So we
on
got
mine.
So
three?
three for
Dang
Ghostbusters.
it.
Oh, audience is agreeing. How do you not put Ghostbusters?
Why don't you just mind your own list? I didn't put Ghostbusters.
Okay.
All right, well, then you go.
I put quality.
That had 3 hits
Hold on,
already.
you
That's
Guess
pretty
what? My
amazing.
list never has quality,
I
so
know.
we're not going to be at all in cahoots.
You're going to be dragging us down to the gutter.
Yes. I know what a little's picking
All
already.
right.
so
Do you
good.
want to go
No,
next?
go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be
I
last.
will say, well, since we already talked about it, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack didn't make my list. And I
I
love...
figured I'd hear crickets on that one.
I love Caddyshack.
I have Caddyshack on my list.
Do you?
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
2.
It was tough for me because I don't always consider Caddyshack a Bill Murray movie.
Right.
But he in such a small role overtook that movie.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
That I
He's
think
what
that
you remember.
It has to be.
Well, and
It's the gopher than him.
I was
Yeah.
even having a hard time with
Than
Zombie.
Danny.
I was even having a hard time with Zombieland because of how
'Cause it's not a
amazing
Bill Murray movie.
his one 5-minute cameo
Okay.
was in that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't put it because when I was trying to break it down to the quintessential Bill Murray moments,
Yes.
I mean, that's a breakthrough for him. It's like
Yes.
Meatballs. I love him in
Right.
Meatballs, but Meatballs didn't make my list
No.
because it's not. I mean, Ghostbusters is a touchstone for him.
Yes.
So, but I get that. I get
Marlo
it.
agrees with me. Marlo,
Did-
thank you, Marlo.
So you agree, but you don't get a vote.
I did not agree.
And your vote doesn't
So that
count.
guy-
you
I-
never agree with
no,
me.
No. Caddyshack is literally one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
of all time.
Me too.
But I think there are better supporting roles that he has in other movies that I put ahead of that. That's me. So
I put Caddyshack because I felt like that was one of them that really propelled his career. It was one that really
absolutely.
just. That's why I put
I
it.
agree
And
with that.
how often do you quote that movie?
That's,
Every day.
I think
I mean, all
that's
the
where
time.
that's
But
where I
I'm
put
usually
that
going
cameo.
Spalding.
I think that's where I put that cameo there in that top 5 of mine as well
Yeah.
because of what it did after.
Yes,
Right.
that's why I did
Like
it.
when we see him pop up in a movie now, we're just like, oh, it's awesome, and he does a great job with it.
Right.
But this movie, it was it took over the whole movie.
So then I should win.
But do you quote him or do you quote other people in the
I
movie?
quote
'Cause
him.
I quote every- I
It's
quote-
into hole.
I quote the rest of the
You got to say
movie.
I
it's
quote
into,
Ted Knight.
it's into hole.
That's
But
who
see,
I quote.
you can say that about Ghostbusters. I quote everybody Ghostbusters.
Right.
I don't quote Ghostbusters.
I
But
quote
he's-
Ted Knight. That's
Ghostbusters
all
is
I
dead
quote
to me.
all the time.
No,
I don't know why.
Spalding,
I just
you
decided to
saved the
take that
lives
stance
of millions
tonight.
of voters. Come on, that's
Get your foot off the boat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's awesome.
Chevy. Yeah.
Top 5 Ted Knight movies. Caddyshack.
Okay. So you go.
All right. I'm going to go. This to me is, I like really good acting, okay? Bill Murray's actually a really good actor aside from being very funny.
Yes.
Yes.
His performance in
Yes.
Rushmore
On my list.
is
Number one.
Love
that movie.
an amazing performance. And he played against type. Before that,
Yeah.
he was Bill Murray. He was funny. He was at it, whatever. And then he'd do a serious role, and he was like ultra serious. This,
Right.
there was depth. There was character development. He was hysterical, but in a completely non-Bill Murray way.
He was brilliant.
And it
Did
was
anyone
one of those
see
moments
Rushmore?
that from that point on, every time you see him, you reimagine who he is. Defining film for me.
Brilliant.
So you have
brilliant.
Rushmore.
Oh, number one.
I do not have
Absolutely.
Rushmore.
You didn't see Rushmore.
I have seen Rushmore.
How about you, Chris? You didn't have it? No.
What?
That one
Rob,
got 2.
Can we just
what about
break-
Rushmore for
But no-
you guys?
No, they hadn't
Rushmore?
seen it.
Anyone?
I asked them.
No.
Okay, so can we just
Wow.
break off and make our own list? Because
Yes.
we
No,
have
because
better.
I think you bring up. I mean, when we bring up stuff, we'll go. I think that there's differences because I picked other movies for the same reasons that you did. So,
Okay.
my movie I'm going to throw out there is Groundhog's Day.
Yep.
I
Oh.
think that is the best movie that he did.
I didn't put it
By
on.
I got
far.
applause.
You
know what?
That was number 2 on my list.
No, didn't make my list.
It's on my list.
Dang it, whose is that?
And you know what? Me.
And me.
Both,
Thank you.
like both
You know
of them
what?
are
Well,
Rob's.
if you're delivering, I'll take one too. I don't know what that is, but I'm joking.
And everybody
No, I
remember
don't know what
to
it
tip them here at the Blue Box. Thank you.
They're here all week. Oh,
They're
Cam,
here all week, yes.
Cameron.
Give him applause. Give him applause.
Thanks, Cam. This is a Time Lord lemonade, guys. It's
Yeah, it
one
is.
of our best drinks.
what?
I think
delicious.
Time Lord Lemonade.
I think of
Iced tea with them.
any of his movies, it is
I think.
the
I don't know what
culmination
it
of
is.
everything that he is in this movie. He acts well. He
I forgot we were talking about.
Groundhog Day.
plays
Well, it-
Groundhog Day.
Okay.
He's funny. He's serious. He
It's
he
got
covers
dark
up-
moments.
You-
I mean,
it does, and then you feel for him. I mean,
Yeah.
I really love Groundhog Day.
well, I love the transformation in that. He is a huge jerk through part of this movie.
Well,
He's being the Bill
mostly
Murray
all the
character. He's
time,
being
so.
a jerk. Yeah, but then he evolves. And he becomes almost like a romantic lead, but
Right.
not like an annoying romantic lead
Yeah.
like
Okay.
you find on Lifetime.
Who do we quote in that movie?
Ned.
No,
Ned
we quote
Ryerson.
that.
Ned Ryerson.
Ned
him
Ryerson.
singing.
I know. That's our one line from that movie. Almost
Ned?
daily.
But
Ned,
Ned Ryerson?
Ned Ryerson.
But I think it's funny, but it's the
Yeah.
whole premise of it's funny and how he goes with the whole thing where he's driving those little snippets where he's like so bored out of his mind where he's driving with the gopher. He's
With
like,
the
oh,
gopher.
don't drive it. I mean,
Don't
that's
drive
just-
angry.
Exactly. It just
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
the
just-
whole thing is so good.
I love that
That's a
movie.
Harold Ramis movie too.
Yeah.
I love that movie, but out of the other movies I picked,
Sure.
I couldn't put it on.
Well,
It just
I
it
didn't-
understand that.
absolutely made my list.
Number
Okay.
6.
Number 6.
Like Rushmore would have been my 6 probably.
No,
but
Rushmore was 1.
I know. All right,
All right, I'm gonna guess that this is on nobody's list, but I don't care because it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
Scrooged.
No.
I love it. I watch it every Christmas.
It is my number 6. I can't put it on my top 5, but it's
You have a lot of number 6s.
No.
Well, it is.
I
'Cause
think
do.
it's my
I've
number
got-
10.
So
Right
I've
after
got
Curly
I've got
Sue.
12 movies here listed that I would have mentioned, but it can only be 5. So
Yeah.
I figured it wouldn't be. That's why I threw it out there.
Okay.
no,
I love
and-
it. To me, it is the it's the best take of a Dickens story that I've
it
ever
is.
Now,
seen.
now, here's the deal with Scrooge. We just watched it at Christmas. We watch it almost every year, pretty much. You're right. Most of the movie, Bill Murray is fantastic in it.
Yeah, but it's not a good movie.
But the
Mary-
ending is improvised, and it shows.
Mary Lou Retton is great in that movie.
It falls flat there. And I
Speaking
think
of
that
falling
hurts
flat.
it. I think that's why it can't make the list. It's good, but it's not.
It's not
It's-
this good.
Who is the best in the movie?
Yeah.
It's not
I'm gonna say it's
Groundhog Day.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bob Goldthwait is the best in that
Love
movie.
him. Oh
He's
my God,
fantastic
so
in
great.
He's the best thing in Hot to Trot too. I'm just throwing that out here.
No, the best thing was the ending credits.
Yeah, right.
Ending credits.
Carol Kane is the best
Yes.
in everything.
Carol Kane
Yeah.
is yes.
But Buster Poindexter is fantastic in the movie
Yes.
too. I mean,
It's a great.
He's
movie.
great. No,
I mean,
he's-
I had a hard time with this one too because
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what? Because I look at these lists when we talk about them. It's not like, okay, so the critics reveal this. I look at it like, to me,
Yeah, what
are
you
my
enjoy.
5,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and
See, I
like,
look at it
to
from-
me, I've watched this every year
Right.
since I can remember watching movies.
Well,
I go by acting and pivotal moments.
Right.
That's just how that's what's interesting about this. We all have a different way of
well,
looking
is
at
it the best? Is it him being the best in the movie, or is it the best movie with him in it? Because there's a difference.
Right, there is a
Does he do
difference.
the best job in that, or like it's hard to say.
Because-
Like Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is a fantastic movie. May not be his best. I think it is.
Right.
I think it is, too.
But
No,
I'm just
it's
saying.
not his
Yeah.
best.
But you know what? It's like Tootsie.
Yeah.
Tootsie, he's fantastic in it, and it's a great movie, but that does not make my
That's
list.
not on my
No.
list.
Spoiler, not on my
And he's
list.
the
No.
third best person in that movie, if not the fourth.
But he's
All right.
He's
Agree.
excellent in
Yeah.
it.
All right,
Agree
I'm
with that.
going.
Go ahead.
I got to go with Royal Tannenbaums. When he's that psychiatrist and he's working with Dudley and everything else that goes on
Yeah.
in that movie with him, I love him
Like
in
Wes
that
Anderson
movie.
much? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And-
do. We do because
So
We
should
love
just
Wes
put-
Anderson.
Should
They
we
have a
just, should we just put
shrine
it like?
of Wes Anderson.
Should I put in your
Okay.
other movie and put Moonrise Kingdom in there?
Yeah,
and just
Moonlight
get-
Kingdom
and-
is next. Yeah, we
let
love
Steve
it.
Zissou,
But I
Lipophotic.
didn't,
And
no,
the
I had to
Fantastic Mr.
choose,
Fox.
but see, that was hard. But
and he's the Badger in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
no,
Put that
it's
down
on
too.
my list,
Oh, shh.
dude.
It is all Wes Anderson
It is.
for you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Exactly, it
Okay, I
is.
got
But you
3
know
out
what?
of 5.
Hey,
Royal
no, he-
Tannenbaums did not make it for me because Rushmore did, and I'll tell you why. Bill Murray is a bigger part of Rushmore.
Yes. Well, he's
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 the
half the- he is
he
half the
and
movie.
Jason Schwartzman are the main
See,
leads in that.
I absolutely love the Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
So do
I
I.
love
on your
that
list?
movie. It is not on my list because of what you just said. Like, there are so many people in
Now,
that
if we were
movie.
doing top 5 Gene Hackman movies,
Oh,
We're
It's in
doing
my
that.
top 5.
We're doing
it
that.
might be number
eventually.
1.
Okay, but
And
wait a
that's a
second.
tough one.
yes.
I'm agree with you.
Okay, but wait a second. The reason the way I made my list was I did early movie, I did animated, I did, supporting.
then- broke it up. You had, like-
I did-
You scratched all that off and
Each
did all
one
your
for
Wes
each
Anderson
category.
movies.
No.
You picked a category for each
I
one.
picked a category
That's good.
for each one, and
What
what he did
animated
the
other
best.
than- well, he was in
Fantastic
Garfield.
Mr. Oh, he was in Garfield.
No, he
which
was in,
Molly
he was
and I
Garfield.
love.
He was
Yeah,
in
he's the
something
voice of
else. He was in a couple of.
Was he
other
in Rover
animated-
Dangerfield? That would have made my list.
He's been in a ton of animated,
He's in
I
a
think,
lot of
but
animated movies.
but Fantastic Mr. Fox when he was Badger.
Oh yeah.
Oh
He was
my
great
gosh,
in that
he
movie.
was unbelievable.
You know, he was in Cloverfield too. He was a monster. No, I'm just,
Yeah, I didn't put that.
That just made my list.
He was
All right,
Godzilla's
go
roar.
ahead. You're
He was
next.
he was the Statue of Liberty's head.
We're gonna run out of time before we even try to
I
get
know.
these to 3.
We'll
so
get
you
there.
better
We're
hurry.
gonna
All
go
right.
through one more time. Go ahead.
I'm gonna drop the bomb that you did earlier. I don't know how this hasn't come up already. Stripes. Yeah.
That's my fifth.
Stripes.
And that's
That might be
three.
number 1 because holy cow, he's Bill Murray in that. That is the Bill Murray
Army
movie.
training, sir.
Oh my gosh. How
Yes.
many times have you seen that movie?
A
Like
lot.
100 at least.
Oh,
It's
this
not on my
year,
list.
probably
It's number-
15. Seriously,
It's so
number 9.
amazing. So many great quotes.
Yes.
So funny. And he's just, once again, here's another movie where he actually, he's playing the goofball. He's playing this, But you know what? If you watch that movie from another filter and say, what's he doing as an actor?
Oh yeah.
He evolves. Who he is at the beginning versus who he becomes, very different. It shows the skill level of this guy, where if Jim Carrey was playing that part, it would be goofy, it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, Jim Carrey's been good in movies. Nothing like what Bill Murray pulls off as an actor.
And with the all-star cast that was there, he blew everybody away. And there were, Candy was great.
Yeah, Candy was excellent.
And Harold Ramis was fantastic. The guy who played Sergeant Holka was great. I mean, Dan LaRoquette was awesome. Unbelievable. And
you're our big toe.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So,
Chris,
okay.
you're next.
So my I don't want to say the last one we're going to do here. I'm going to say Kingpin. He is over.
How did that not make my list?
Over the top in Kingpin.
Okay, but he doesn't go above the guy with the spandex.
No, but he is.
He
is
his
unbelievable.
Name? John Turturro.
Right.
Was not in Kingpin. He was in The Big Lebowski.
I like that movie.
Yes.
Let's put that one on.
No, Kingpin is the one with Woody Harrelson where he has the missing hand.
I know what. Yeah, I know.
And
I
that's
just
an
mush them
amazing
together because they both involve
movie
bullets.
right
to me,
there.
that is his quintessential being over the top, crazy. It's not going to,
All right,
there's other movies on there.
Did anybody put
boy.
that on their
Anybody
list?
put
I
on there?
did
That
not.
just missed it. I love Kingpin
Yes.
too, and it's
That's
this is tough.
That's a guy movie.
that doesn't make it for me.
No.
Oh, it's so
No,
hard
I
to
don't know
cut
too
that
many women
one.
who like that movie for some reason. It doesn't resonate.
His hair alone should
Yes.
make that.
Huh?
His bowling ball with the
Does
rose
she?
in it should
Can
make
she
it.
come here and talk to me about that?
His PSA with the
Yes.
mom when
Yes.
he's behind her.
He's unbelievable. He is.
Oh my gosh.
It's like here's 10 minutes, do what you want, and he is gold the whole time.
Okay, wait a minute. So I'm gonna do my next one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna jump
We've
in.
already talked
Yes.
about mine.
The
Oh, no,
answer
I
is
have
This
one.
this is the movie that bumps Kingpin off for me.
Yes,
Okay?
it does for me.
For the same reasons you just named. Zombieland.
You did Zombieland, not Lost in Translation.
yes.
I did Zombieland.
He was nominated for an Oscar.
Right. He's amazing in it.
Yes.
But
I took Zombieland off my list because of
it's so small.
it's
But
Because
so
of-
small, but it was the greatest
no,
part
he's-
of that movie.
it is
well, it's-
defining. Like you see that, and it like cements him as. I mean, he's Bill Murray. They pull up to the gate. It says BM. It's like, how do we know we're at Bill Murray's house? There's a big BM on the gate.
Well, yeah.
And then they go in, and when he does the fake zombie thing, it's incredible.
No, it is
Okay,
incredible.
but
it is
over
that
Lost
him.
in Translation.
And he does
I know.
Ghostbusters in it.
It does.
I know. That's why Ghostbusters is the number one because of what Zombieland even showed.
Oh my
Sure.
gosh. You didn't
Over
see
Lost in
Zombieland.
Do you have it in your top
Translation.
5?
No.
Yes.
You don't have this on your list.
No.
If I
No, because I
know.
thought he was great
The
in Lost in.
Oscars don't lie, man.
I thought
yes,
they do.
I hate the Oscars.
Okay.
It's a bunch
Here's
of pretend-
The
why.
Oscars
Sure.
sometimes
You want the
lie.
EGOT bracelet though, don't you?
I do.
If you want to take Lost in Translation, you would take movies like that, Broken Flowers, The Razor's Edge. Those are his dramas,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I would put his role as Steve Zissou in
Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic over those, and I would put his role in Tannenbaums over those, and Rushmore over those. The 3 Russ Anderson movies, and he was great in Lost in Translation. But when I
because
start bumping
Tanner-
people off the list, that one gets bumped before Rushmore.
See, I think.
Oh, yeah, Rush- I
I think
like
that
Rushmore more.
translation is above that because even though he's playing Zissou or however you want to say it,
Steve Zissou.
he's playing. He's playing himself, where he's
playing the character he
he's
does in
playing
the Wes
characters
Anderson
he does,
movies.
and he's doing the Wes Anderson kind of thing. And I think we've covered that. Where in Lost in Translation, he is playing Bill Murray, the person, as the
You know
the
what? You might be
uncomfortable
swaying me,
person.
Martha.
Oh, I haven't talked.
Now,
okay.
from what-
Let's go Lost in Translation. That's in my list.
Okay. High five me.
I think
we
it
agreed
just,
on
never
one.
agree.
I think
Yeah, we
it just
agreed
made
on
my
one.
list, and I'm thinking about him. It's been a while since we've seen that one,
Do you have a
and
C word?
he is. It's such a good, solid, subtle performance.
Sure. Where that whole thing where he's taking the shots with the drink and he's just kind of like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to do when he's going like this. It's like, what is he doing? And it's
Yeah, that
unbelievable.
might do it.
Okay,
you know what?
wait.
That makes my list. I'll
Do
put
we
it on
have
there.
any that have 3?
We have,
This is
we
going
have,
to take
we
forever.
have 3 that have 3.
No.
Yes, we
What
do.
are they?
What?
So the
Wait, are we
three that
gonna
have
do it in
three,
one shot?
Ghostbusters.
Well,
Wait,
we
did
have-
anybody
what?
not get all of theirs out?
Anybody missing one? Top 5.
We talked about
Nope.
all mine.
Talked about mine.
We talked about all mine.
Audience,
Then we changed one of yours.
wait, are there any that you would say deserve to be on there? What
Yes.
about Bob? I'm not going to vote for, and I love him in that.
Now we quote that because I am Bob. Okay, so that's
Yeah, we call it
we
What
quote
About
that one
Martha?
all the
I
time.
thought- I thought you were
baby
the-
steps to the elevator.
That-
you know, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And I
If
didn't,
Richard
I
Dreyfuss
didn't
doesn't
like
show up,
Richard
then we're
Dreyfuss
okay.
in it.
In my
so if
head-
he didn't show up, it would be a lot higher on my. It
But
doesn't
he-
make my
He
list.
plays that character in other movies, and he's better
Yeah.
as that
It
character
just-
in
he
other
did not
movies.
do well in
Even
this
though What
movie.
About Bob is a great movie,
He-
it is him doing the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, he
and I
ruined
kinda,
it.
in my head, put it in the same category as kind of Groundhog Day. Like, even though he's a different character,
Right.
and I
That
think
era of
Groundhog
his
Day
work.
is a better movie.
But Groundhog Day was when that's the first time he did that. That is
Right.
I think the ultimate of that version of his characters.
Well, penultimate will be next to last time he did
Well,
it,
but
but
yeah.
the ultimate.
The ultimate. I misspoke.
Quintessential Bill
I
Murray.
missed.
He
Mr.
tried to save it though. You
That's
did.
okay. I forgot-
hoodlums and hangouts.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say, I forgot we're talking about Bill Murray. I almost called
Okay.
him Barry Murray. So
You thought this was Harold Ramis movies, didn't
Yeah.
you?
So
Oh,
we
let's do
have.
Harold
Wait,
Ramis
what are
movies.
the 3 that we
So
have?
we have 3 with 3
Okay.
Stripes, Groundhog Day, and Lost in Translation.
wow.
No, I don't like this list.
Wait, no. Stripes, Groundhog Day. I thought Ghostbusters was 3.
Oh, that means we
And
have 4 now.
Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
what
Ghostbusters.
about Rushmore? Come on,
No,
guys.
no.
We only did Rushmore.
Rob,
So
I'm
those are
making
the
my
4,
own list.
and we have 2 with 2, which is Rushmore and Caddyshack.
Okay, so let's do what? Let's address these 4. Is anyone going to sway their vote to make it 4?
Wait, did
votes?
Stripes make it?
Stripes is one of the ones with 3. So Stripes, Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, and Lost in Translation.
I will-
Holy.
I will switch my vote to make Groundhog Day 4 stripes, 4 marks.
From Stripes?
Thank
No,
you.
You can stay
No,
on
no,
this.
4. No, I mean
Who
I
did not vote for Groundhog Day?
I didn't
No,
I
we're-
didn't vote for any of the.
So we
except
need to
Lost
take
in
those
Translation.
4 and re-vote off of those 4.
What
Okay,
I'm saying is, I will add a
You
vote
gotta-
to Groundhog Day.
No,
to
no,
make
we
it
got to
4.
pick our 3.
Huh?
We each have to pick our 3 out of those 4.
All right, go. I
So
picked,
name the
I picked
4.
Lost in Translation, Groundhog Day, and none of the others.
Well, Lost in Translation did not make the top 4.
Yes, it did.
It did.
It did.
They all had 3.
Oh, he just changed
So
it.
I'm-
Rob changed his vote from something else.
Okay.
So I vote
Probably
for
from
2
Rushmore,
of the.
right?
I refuse. I am anti the other ones right now. All right.
Wow.
Are we only picking 2
I don't know
then?
what the
No,
four
pick
are.
3.
Pick
Pick
three.
3. I'm just.
All right.
What are the
I'm,
4?
I'm going Ghostbusters. I'm going Stripes. And I'm going Groundhog Day.
Rob.
Your marriage is on the line here.
No, it isn't. I'm going Lost in Translation. I'm going Groundhog Day.
And then it's up to you what
And I'm going Ghostbusters.
Okay. So our final.
No, I haven't voted yet.
I know, but you're already on there. liked
I'm
all
gonna
of
vote.
them.
I'm going to vote for Groundhog Day.
Okay,
as
so
number
that's a
one.
guarantee.
So that's a guarantee.
Lost in
I'm going to go
Translation.
for Stripes.
Oh, come on. You're going to do it out of spite, aren't you?
No, because I think Stripes is the best.
Are you going off Lost in Translation out of spite?
No.
All right.
No, of these
Yeah.
are all in my list.
Okay.
Lost in Translation is the 5th best movie I think that he has out there. And I'm going to go Stripes to put that up in there. That's only got 3. So Stripes has 3 and Groundhog Day has 4.
So Groundhog Day is
So
for
what-
sure.
So we're between Ghostbusters and Lost in Translation between the
Lost
4
in
lists.
Translation.
Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters.
You guys, you all have to agree with
killing
me.
me.
You take my geek card away if
What
I
are-
vote against Ghostbusters over.
You
What
all
are our
have
two?
to agree
What
with
are our
me.
Thank
two?
you.
Ghostbusters and Lost in Translation.
Yeah, but what are our
It's
2 at the top?
You know what? Let's have the audience vote.
Okay.
Yes, we
Okay.
will.
Wait. I want to vote, and then we're going to get the
No, 'cause
audience.
we're gonna
I
have
want
a
to hear.
tie. We're gonna
What
have
are
a tie
the
in
2
this,
at
I
the
know.
top?
The 2 at the top, Groundhog Day is the one that we all got to the total. Stripes was 3 of the 4.
Wait, Groundhog Day and Stripes are definitely in there.
Right.
Yes, definitely in. Now we're between Ghostbusters and Lost in Translation for today.
Lost
All
in
right.
Translation.
Okay, Lost in Translation. Raise your
just-
hands.
I just went Lost in. I'll tell you why.
Ghostbusters.
I'll tell you why.
Ghostbusters.
I'll tell you why.
All
Those
of
2
you.
We're going to tie. I'll tell you why. They're all comedies, and I think it shows more range and shows his abilities more by adding that to the list. I'm not saying it's better. This is impossible.
It is.
But
You gotta
could
get
do 10
stripes
and we could
off.
go
I
there.
have to
You
pick
came up with this
three
podcast,
Bill
so-
Murray.
I hate this podcast
I
right now.
have to have.
And I came
have
up with
to
the
represent
category.
Each thing. Ghostbusters
Okay,
is
let's put it-
similar to Stripes in comedic
Yes.
abilities. So, or in comedic
Right,
theme.
but-
so
but
if
hold
we
on.
if we go, this is the Ghostbusters
me put it this
thing.
way.
This is this. Lost in translation.
Stripes, he is not a superstar yet, and Stripes made him a superstar.
Right.
Ghostbusters made his star ability shine, and he was the full-fledged star. Where in Lost in Translation, he's almost the star, the falling star, where he's the guy that's going out. He's still a star, but he's not.
He did not just say
He
that.
got bigger after that.
Oscar.
He did. He got bigger
Well,
after he did the.
came back because he was done, and then
Right. He was.
lost.
Okay.
He was.
Let's put it up to the
I
Let's
don't
board.
know-
go
I
to
don't
the
know if he
audience.
got bigger after that.
Okay.
I think his dip went back to where he was at Ghost. His epitome hit after Ghostbusters.
I agree with that.
Okay. Lost
agree
in
with that.
translation, raise your hand.
All right,
No,
audience.
we're going to the crowd. What do
Audience,
tell
you
them
have to
what
break
Lost in
this
translation, raise your hand. Anthony?
One,
There we go.
3. Don't badger
No,
people.
no, he had already had his hand up and put it down because he didn't know we were
One,
voting
2,
again.
3. Okay.
What are we doing? Yeah, I know.
Ghostbusters, raise your hand.
I am going home.
Mic drop.
Oh, it hurt.
Who you gonna
Rushmore,
call?
raise your hand. How dare you?
You got
Rushmore.
Scrooged.
One for Rushmore.
Garfield,
Scrooge.
the
Garfield.
movie.
Who loves Scrooge?
Garfield the movie.
Molly's
Who
not
loves
listening.
Garfield?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I would say Zombie. He was great in Zombie.
Yeah, you know what? If I
was
could- if I
so
could-
good as
If I could
Zombieland.
revote, I'd bring Zombieland into that top.
Okay,
as
so
well.
this
that-
is the first time we've done a pop culture countdown where I
So-
have not left thinking we did it justice.
No, this is the thing.
Hey, give it 30
tonight,
seconds, you'll
I'm
change
going to
your
mark
mind.
it for tonight, September 5th, 2015, literally at 7:30, because
Three
at
of us
7:35 it'll be a
agree
different
on
answer.
this list.
We came to 3 being
You mean begrudgingly?
Well, Groundhog Day was number one.
Groundhog Day,
Stripes.
Stripes,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
and Ghostbusters.
I was
There it
I
is.
was
Now I want to
kicking
plug
and
something.
screaming to
I want to
this
plug
list.
something.
Yeah.
I got this book, and
Where did
if you're
you
a
get
Bill
that
Murray
book?
fan, everybody should get this book. It's called The Big Bad Book of Bill Murray. Look at this, internet.
Where did you get it?
I got it from Quirk Books. They sent it to us.
Oh, wow.
Because they said, hey, we got this with Quirk Books, and they said, we've got this book about Bill Murray. It's
I
written by
wanna
this
read
guy,
that
Robert Schnackenberg, who also wrote one of these about Christopher Walken and one about
nice.
William Shatner.
Oh yeah.
I need that one.
Yeah, I mean, you're
That's-
talking 4 stars here. This book, if you like Bill Murray, it's just all like anecdotes and facts. It goes like A to Z. It talks. There's so many things. Like, I mean, just leaving through it, I was finding things that he was cast in, and then he dropped out of. So it's got the heading. It'll be like he was supposed to be so and so, and you're like, I had no
Yeah.
idea. And then you go, he was supposed to be Bad Santa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no,
And
it
then he
needed to
couldn't-
be Billy Bob.
He didn't.
He couldn't have played
He was
any
all
other-
set to
it-
do it,
no.
and he didn't
It
return.
would have been a different movie.
He could not have played that
but he
the
must
way
have
Billy
lost
Bob did.
interest, and he wouldn't return Terry Zwigoff's calls all of a sudden. So they went and they cast Billy Bob Thornton, which was a great
Yeah.
casting, but it was Bill Murray, and it's got like all these quotes. There's one right at the beginning here that I wanted to bring up. It says Bill Murray this is his answer. An interviewer asked him, "What's it like to be so awesome?" And this is what he said, and this just is Bill Murray. He goes, "Nothing prepared me for being this awesome. It's kind of a shock to wake up every morning and be bathed in this purple light." That's Bill Murray.
And on that note,
Yeah, but I just wanted to say
We're done.
the big
We are
book
done.
of Bill Murray
That's
is
good.
awesome. I'm just so happy they sent it to us because it's like, they'll send you things for review, and we don't really do that much.
Right.
But the fact we were doing Bill Murray tonight, I'm like, I gotta bring it. It's so great. There's your boy right there in his Ghostbusters.
Venkman. Peter Venkman.
Peter
Venkman.
Venkman. That's
All right.
it.
Who are you gonna
All
call?
right. Oh,
Will
Yeah,
Met.
he's from
He's
Wilmette.
from Wilmette. Yeah.
That's right.
Went to
Chi-Town
Sacred
Zone.
Heart. Went to.
He's a Chicago boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Second City,
Yep.
Saturday Night Live.
He went to
All of
Players
that.
Workshop where I went too.
Yes.
Yep, that's what he is.
with 2 movie stars in it. That's
Yeah.
rough. That's a rough family.
Actually, yeah, there's
3.
more.
Three.
4.
I don't know.
Well,
if you-
there's 4 that have been
There's
in movies.
4.
There's
John,
2.
John, Joel. I read it today.
Yeah, John,
Boom.
Joel, George, and Ringo.
John, Joel.
Peter and Pete Best.
Joel was
Bill
only in one
and-
movie.
And then the
Joel was in Moving Violations. You guys
That
remember this
is
movie?
the worst movie
It
ever.
is, but
Joel's been
he's
in a
funny.
lot
No,
of
no,
them.
John, I said.
Oh.
And John is funny in that movie, but he's really just being the Bill Murray character. And then he stopped acting. Joel was at Second City when I was in the classes there, and he ended up like not doing a lot. He was in Scrooge, but then he was fantastic on Mad Men. He was the
yes.
drunk, remember? He was great on that.
No.
Peter
He was one of the. Everybody
Brian
was
Doyle
drunk on
Murray
that show.
Yes.
was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live, but he was a writer.
Right.
And I love Brian Doyle Murray. And did you guys ever see the Chris? What's his name?
Oh.
Get a Life.
Yeah, Chris
Elliott.
Chris
Chris
Elliott.
Elliott
Yeah.
show Get a Life.
Love
he
Get a
played
Life.
his landlord.
Yes, he was great.
He was so great
Yeah.
on that.
Well, he was great
Best
in
episode.
Caddyshack. He's
If
great
you-
in.
So do we need to
If
do
you've
a
never seen
Brian
it-
Doyle Murray?
A
If you've
Murray
never
family.
seen it, there is one episode with an alien that comes and lives with them that is the funniest thing I think I've ever seen on TV. And Brian Doyle Murray ends up, spoiler, he cooks it when Chris Elliott isn't home. And Chris Elliott walks in, he's like eating it like a turkey leg. He's like, oh, your friend is, I had him for dinner. He's like, you mean had him for dinner? Gross. He's eating the alien. It's so fantastic. And then, of course, Bill Murray was in a few things. That's it. We got our next show to do.
We're gonna
Thank
announce-
you, everybody.
we're trying to
wait.
announce the
Oh,
next
we
one.
want to announce
I
it.
can't remember.
Oh, we're going to announce what the next binge-worthy.
Oh.
No, pop culture.
Pop culture. Binge worthy. we got
You
to.
sent it to me.
I did.
He said-
How boring is this? Talk amongst yourselves.
Anyone? Bueller?
Pop culture best 80s album.
Yes, best albums of
So
the
the
80s.
best top 3 albums
Oh, this
of
is
the
going to be a
80s.
battle because I am not
could-
going Bon Jovi or
I could
anything
just say
like it.
it's going to be a thriller.
No, Michael Jackson.
Thriller,
Oh, no.
Not
Okay,
band,
this is gonna
Thriller,
be hard.
bad, Purple
Not
Rain.
performer.
Done.
It's got to be.
And we have to agree on the top 3.
Oh, I'm out. I don't think I can do this.
It's going to be brutal.
They're not going to like my. They're not going to.
Aha.
No. All right.
Hey,
Bet it
This is gonna
work.
be bad.
One of the
Men
greatest
without
music
hats.
videos of all
The
time.
safety dance, number 1.
Wham! I think Chris is going Wham.
oh, yeah. Wham. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
No.
All right. Well, thank
Not-
you,
The
everybody.
Gummy Bears album, that would be number 1. All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody. That was Pop Culture Countdown. Binge Worthy is next. Thank you, Blue Box.